Senator Jackson.
Mr. Dimon, let me rise to express my appreciation for your leadership. Your integrity and your judgment are sound, and growth is an evidence of that. There arises several concerns. One, to state that human rights and relatives in Sudan and inclusion both represent good business. When the merger took place in Chicago, I remember a sensitive moment. It had to do with how much management fees were paid, $100 million, and legal fees, $750 million. And no black or brown lawyers were involved in the $750 million in legal fees, or no minorities were involved in the management fee transaction. I'm really interested in the progress made since that time. One, you mentioned today $700 million in legal fees, $500 approximately in outside legal fees. How much of that was done by black and brown lawyers?
Let me give you the big number, which is the most important. I don't know if you have the legal number. You can take it out. The big number is that we, in our diversity sourcing, now spend $700 billion a year. It is up 30% last year, when our total spend was up 2%. And that's up from a number, I think, from 2004 of like $300 or $400 million. So it's gone up substantially since then. And equally importantly, 2/3 of that is done directly with minority firms, as opposed through large corporations then pass it out to minority firms. And I do believe that we've hired direct African-American law firms and money managers, et cetera.
Well, I wish I would get at the appropriate time a more precise take on that.
We'd be happy to share with you.
Okay. The same would be true with CPA fees and advertising.
I believe in all those categories, the number is up substantially. I think we have a way to go in terms of improvement. We'd be happy to share those numbers with you. I don't have them in front of me.
Well, a concern is that your management team, your leadership team, there's no ethnic diversity in it, and that sent up a flag that there was some stagnation. Is there a reason for that?
I think if you talk about the senior leadership team that reports to me, there's no African-American among it. We would love to have one there. And if you talk about senior managers at the company, it's now 9%. It's up from 8%. And this is African-American. Women is 22%. And we are making, I think, very good progress, but would like to make a lot more.
Actually, the 9% is people of all color. People of all color.
Well, I don't know how that's broken down, but I don't know the label. I would like to know what the breakout is. My last is that the risk factor in the Bear Stearns deal, in the sense that part of what has driven this recession is unregulated banking up top without transparency and unenforced fair lending laws at the base. For example, according to the FDIC, 21.4% of the subprime loans went to African Americans and 21.4% went to Latinos. Half of them were eligible for prime and got subprime. As you know, when one house goes down, 7 plus goes with it. The question becomes, is there some plan, some longer range plan, to restructure loans and not repossess in mass? And I think it has to be up to scale, because the impact, we've not seen the bottom yet, the impact of violation of fair lending practices and its damage to the whole economy. It may have started by violating fair lending laws, but once was redlining, became a kind of reverse redlining of these useless loans, and now it affects everybody. And since you now have the great burden, you and our government, in some sense of bailing us out, in quote unquote, is there some plan for a massive plan for restructuring loans and not repossessing homes? And I'm not talking about those people who speculated and got 10 or 20 homes and they had to bite the bullet. Or those who got loans that they could not afford in the first place, which was really was a setup for hard-working, everyday Americans, teachers and bus drivers who bought the homes and they got manipulated by some form of steering or otherwise unscrupulous behavior who are not caught in the trap? Is there some plan to restructure loans and not repossess those homes en masse?
Yeah, I think we work extensively with anyone who is delinquent on loans. We offer refinancing plans. We offer outside counseling and independent counseling. We work with the government on the HOPE program. We work with the government on this current program they announced this morning, which we haven't seen all the details yet. So I think you would find that Chase probably does more than anybody in terms of trying to keep people in their homes if they want to stay there and they didn't commit fraud and they have the ability to stay there.
Well, let me say again, congratulations to you for your leadership, but the stakes for all of us are so incredibly high. In some sense, none of us are safe. Amen. The stakes are incredibly high. It seems to me that with the government intervention, there's one thing Mr. Bush said, that he was willing to invest in to bail out Wall Street, with no commitment to bail out the homeowner victims of this crisis. It seems to me at some point there must be an even bigger base, because if the market goes down, you cannot stand alone as an island in a falling market. And so it seems that we need to take some leadership in convening the rest of the banking community and the government to have a bigger plan, because the long-term implications of the home foreclosures, and when the home foreclose and the tax base, it affects public education, public transportation. The rippling effect of this crisis is so big, it seems that we need your leadership beyond just saving JPMorgan Chase, as it were, is my appeal to you.
We're doing the best we can there, so thank you. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Deneen Borelli, and I'm with the Project 21. We're a Black conservative public policy group, and we believe in personal responsibility and the benefits of limited government. And I have a question and a challenge for Mr. Dimon and the board members. I was wondering if there will ever be a day where you will stand up and say no to Mr. Jackson and his demands and messages of victimization and divisiveness. This is the United States of America, and this is not the 1960s. People should be hired based on their talent, and they should be retained based on their results. There should not be color-coding hiring in the United States. Thank you.